Scientists have completely reanalyzed the human genome and found that the code of life is far more complex than they imagined. The research has revealed millions of chemical switches packed into DNA, which could be as important as our genes in defining who we are. The findings offer new ways of diagnosing, preventing and treating hundreds of diseases. Here's our science editor, Tom Clark.
Not every scientific advance is celebrated with its very own aerial dance. But why not when your subject matter are spirals in abstract space? We're talking here about DNA, the chemical code that makes us who we are. The basic units of us, our genes, make up less than 2% of our entire DNA. All the rest, scientists nicknamed junk DNA. Apparently useless genetic clutter left over from billions of years of evolution. This new study finds that junk is anything but. 80% of it is crucial. It comprises millions of chemical switches, and they control the genes that make us who we are. These switches control everything by turning genes on and off, from eye colour to whether we develop certain diseases or not. The study has taken 10 years to identify 4 million of them. What stuns scientists is that the switches way outnumber the genes they control.
It's just been an incredible surprise for me. You say, I bet it's going to be complicated, and then you're faced with it and you're like, my God, that is mind-blowing. And I find it very difficult to describe the level, the scale and the level of detail.
The task now is to interpret this gene control system, but already they've identified 400 diseases, including Crohn's disease and type 1 diabetes, that have their underpinnings in gene switches, not genes themselves.
We're at the stage where we are going to begin to understand the mechanisms of disease, and that in turn will lead us to identifying targets for therapy.
But we've still got to start sifting through all that information to figure out what these things are actually doing and where.
Oh yes, there's an awful lot of work to be done. Yeah.
This new genetic complexity will keep them working for decades. But as one researcher put it to me, at least now they have some knowledge of their ignorance.